I freaking hate old people.
Park your car and walk around the bloody traction engine rally for half a day. What's wrong with you people?
Do you have a disabled badge, sir? Oh, no, I don't. Then you can f*** off.
Because I am in the prime of my life. You want pistachios, they give you a beef sandwich.
I fucking hate walnuts. Don't give me walnuts.
I always do that naked.
Dear. Good work.
Welcome to the Tuesday Show with CJ and Ted.
I freaking hate old people.
Really?
It's almost like you go to a supermarket, and I'll like at lunchtimes I might go to Tesco's at lunch and buy myself a wrap and a drink or something, and I'll sit in my car and I'll just eat and and just listen to music and just kind of chill out. That's my time to relax. But because I'm sat in the Tesco's car park, I watch all the old people driving in or attempting to drive in, and they just abandon their cars in the most ridiculous places. They try and they put some effort into parking their car, but it just looks abandoned. It's over the line. I mean, I'll be honest. Okay, it's not exclusive to old people. There are just some genuine wankers out there who just abandon their car wherever they feel like. But it just seems to be the majority is old people who will just wang into a space and just fucking leave their car there. And
just what? Wang into a space?
Wang into a space, yeah.
I'd never heard that phrase before.
No, neither have I.
You've just coined it.
The first word that came out of my mouth. So, they'll throw it into a space and
that's parking wang.
Yeah, parking. And I'm just like, how, and then they'll come out of the supermarket with a trolley full of shopping, they'll put it into the back of their car, and then they'll just put the trolley on the footpath in front of their car. And I'm like, if you literally walk an extra 5 steps, you can put it into the bay where you're supposed to take your trolley when you're finished with it. But they don't.
Oh, that really annoys me. I tell you what, that leads on to something else that actually annoys me about not old people, but just people in general, I think.
Go on.
But especially the old. No, the trolley thing does annoy me because, like you say, they're not very far away from one of the places where they put places all around. They dot places all around the car park where you can put your trolley. It's not as though you have to take it back to the shop. You only have to take it a few paces away. But that is it's so annoying. Not because they're lazy, but because they don't realise how lazy they're being. They've just spent probably I don't know, depends on how long they've been shopping, but if they've got a trolley, the chances are they've done like a week's shop or half a week's shop. So they've probably been in there for half an hour, maybe more.
Walking
back and forth for hours. Or they might have done a couple of miles or something whilst they were in there.
Yeah.
And then not to be able to do just a few feet just to put the trolley away, I think that's disgusting and they should be shot.
They cannot be bothered to walk an extra 10 paces to put the trolley in the fucking bay with the rest of them. You lazy wankers.
Yeah.
It really annoys me as well.
Yeah.
And go on.
Well, I was just going to say that the other thing that... now, this is a bit more controversial because it involves the disabled. But... when you get, you and I have both done this for various reasons, but every now and again you get tasked with, helping out with the car parking, and you get, and if you've ever done car parking where it's a field and you've just got to designate spaces, and perhaps you might have a few spaces that are nearer the event. And they might be designated as being for, disabled people or people that have difficulty walking, the elderly and such like. That's fair enough. But it's when people shout the odds. It's when people turn up and say, "Oh no, I need that space. I need to be closer because I've got a bad leg or I've got a bad elbow or you
got a blue badge."
Well, absolutely. But even so, my thought is, okay, so this might be the parking for, let's say, a fete. Or something, or whatever it may be. Can you imagine? Like you're not actually going to park your car and then just go straight to one place. You're going to park your car and walk around the bloody traction engine rally for half a day.
Yep.
Those extra few feet to go to the space that is being designated for you. You know, there, go. No, I want to be that much nearer the front. Yeah. It's a few yards. What's wrong with you people?
I kind of get it from the standpoint of when you leave, you don't want to be sat in a queue of traffic. You just want to be able to get in your car and you're gone. You don't have to fight with a muddy field. I kind of understand it, but it's when they come along and they go, "Oh no, I must park there. I'm elderly. I must." Do you have a disabled badge, sir or ma'am? You know, oh no, I don't. Then you can f*** off. These are for disabled people, all right?
Simple as that.
I don't, no buts. What are buts for? You know.
Yeah.
That I'm glad I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
One of my first jobs.
They are going to get out of the car and then walk for half a day.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing else to do other than walk around.
One of my first jobs was I used to do car parking at Bicester Shopping Village.
Oh yeah,
just at the weekends because this was before they built a whole multi-story car park and all this kind of thing. It was a very small car park with an even smaller overflow car park, and we'd go down there at the weekends just to guide people to where spaces are. We all had radios. We'd have someone walking around going, "Yeah, found a space in sector 4 or whatever," and we would direct people to those spaces. And it confused me then when people with disabled badges would arrive. And yes, there are disabled spaces. But like you say, they'd go and park up, and then you're going to go walk around the shopping village for the next however many hours. So what does it matter if you're parked a little bit further away? Maybe there's the health and safety standpoint of it, though. Maybe it's do you really want a slow-walking elderly person or somebody in a wheelchair cutting across the entire car park to get to the shopping village? Probably not. Then again, I say that about anyone that's walking across the car park, And it's not like they didn't have, zebra crossings, pedestrian crossing areas.
Yeah.
So it's not really an excuse.
I think perhaps these things aren't really worked out on the basis of what people actually do and people's actual behaviour. They're just very simply, okay, well, we're going to put the disabled spaces and the parent and child spaces as close as possible. Yeah. Now, the parent and child, I mean, don't get me wrong, I use parent and child car parking spaces, and especially more so since I've had a child. But when it comes to those spaces, why are they nearer the shops? I think the parent and child spaces should be at the other end of the car park.
All right.
Because if you take the general population, those people that have young children are most likely to be at the prime of their life.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
More than likely, yeah.
They should be fit and able. The children should be fit and able. If they're not, they've got wheels. So why can't they go that extra mile? It's not even an extra mile, extra few yards, and be parked further out. It makes no sense. It's not. It's right. Not the inability to. It's not the inability to walk. It's just the parent and child space. The idea of that is you've got a bit more space on either side, so you can get children in and out of the car. Guess what? Yeah. Wouldn't it be better if it was at the quiet end of the car park as well?
Exactly, where cars aren't whizzing around fighting for spaces and whatever. Is there an age limit on those spaces? That's what I want to know. So, a parent and child parking space. Is there an age limit?
You're thinking about going shopping with your mum, aren't you?
Well, every now and again, I'll go visit my mum and we'll pop to the shops because she needs something or I need something, and we'll just go out and do a little bit of shopping. It's like, and I'm like, why can't we park in the parent and child spot? I am her child. Doesn't matter that I'm a grown ass man, but that's kind of by the by, Mum's got a disabled badge anyway, so we park in the disabled space. But I'm just like, is there actually an age limit on that? Can you when your child grows up, 10 years or so, will you still be able to park in the parent and child space? Could you still be you with your child?
There's a good point. I mean, I do think sometimes because now he's sort of old enough to open the car door and get in himself or get out. Do we really need it? But then again, we perhaps do because we need the extra space because he's just going to open the door and not give a toss.
True.
Whether he hits something like a pedestrian or Another
Cat.
child.
Yeah. Yeah. A random wildebeest walking through the car park.
Yeah. But I take the view that I do seatbelts up. So, yes. Yeah, that's fine. That's still parent and child space.
Fair enough.
It's still in that arena, I would think, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Kind of get
But
that.
being close to the shop is not important.
No.
It really isn't.
No. No, and I think...
Because I'm in the prime of my life.
But I think it does also apply to disabled parking as well, and it's not like car parks or certainly modern car parks now are not designed with pedestrian walkways in mind. It's and like you say, you're about to go on a 3-mile hike around the shop to get your week shopping.
Yeah.
If you're struggling with mobility that much, maybe you should have it delivered. Because that's a thing now. You can have your weekly shop delivered.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that? I've never done that.
I have. Yes, a couple of times, but not something that I would immediately think of doing. Well, then you've got to be in, haven't you? You've got to be in and wait for it.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what puts me off. Well, it doesn't put me off at all, actually, because most Saturdays and Sundays I'm here doing nothing. Yeah, so that's not really it can't be a consideration for me. But no, somebody at work, I was talking to them at work the other day about having food delivered, and I'm like, actually, what I really begrudge is paying the delivery fee. And don't get me wrong, I understand, somebody has to, or somebody is paid to come and make the delivery and move all the stuff, potentially heavy lifting-ish, to my front door. But at the same time, kind of going back to a conversation we had the other day, supermarkets make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they can absorb the cost of, a vehicle and fuel and someone to deliver the groceries and deliver stuff for free. Okay, grant maybe they do need to set a limit on it, like you get with most things. Spend X amount and you get free delivery. Surely they can absorb that cost. I mean, I haven't really looked into it that much. Like I said, I've never had shopping delivered to my house, but I kind of look at it and just think, well,
how much does delivery cost with the supermarkets?
I think it's like £6 or £7, something like that. But if I'm spending £100 every other week on groceries, surely you can absorb that £7 cost into just delivering it to me for free, and that in turn is going to encourage more people to shop online with you if you offer free delivery. But I don't really know. I should really fact check it. So should we fact check it? Delivery cost from Tesco. I'm going to use Tesco because it is my closest one.
Yeah, but I personally never want that much stuff that actually is worthwhile having it delivered. I want a few bits and bats, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, and that's it. But that's what I mean. If it's a fortnightly or a monthly shop where you're going to buy a large amount of items, then sure, kind of makes sense. But for like my weekly stuff, I go in on a Thursday night now and pick up the weekly bits that I need. But and it's the usual kind of fresh stuff, so a bit of fresh fruit and veg, and stuff that doesn't live in a freezer, more or less. Some yogurts and things like that. Just
and all your nuts as well.
Yeah, all my nuts.
Maybe that would be a bit complicated for delivery, having your nuts delivered.
I'll tell you the other thing. Actually, no, it's just kind of dawned on me because why the other reason I don't want to have things delivered is they do this substitution thing.
Yes.
If they haven't got what you want in stock, they'll substitute it for something else, and you're just like, but that's not what I ordered. It's not what I want, and I feel like I'd end up with a lot of stuff just sat around the house that I don't want, and it'll just kind of get left.
Yeah, you want pistachios.
I'd rather they did a refund.
You want pistachios to give you a beef sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not sure it goes to that extreme, but but yeah, exactly that. It's like, I want pistachios. They give me a bag of walnuts. I hate walnuts. Don't give me walnuts.
Well, yes. I mean, the thing is, when things are close but not quite right, that's even worse. Like if you order Coke and they send you Diet Coke because they ran out of Coke, well, no.
Yeah,
that's not what I ordered. If I wanted Diet Coke, I definitely would have clicked that.
Yeah. No, exactly.
And they should say beforehand, shouldn't they? You should get a text message saying, hey, your order's nearly here. Now, we've had to substitute this for this and this for this. Would you actually want it? Or should we just put it in the van and drive it around all day and then take it back to the depot?
Well, I'd rather they just did a refund system. So if what you want isn't in stock, they just refund you the cost of that item.
Yeah.
You know, because, like I say, I've ordered that because that's what I want. I don't want a substitute for it. I don't want something different. You know, unless the substitution works in a way of, I don't know, you order a bag of, I don't know, peanut M&Ms or something, but the size you want they haven't got, so then they upgrade you to a bigger bag of peanut M&Ms at no additional cost. Then you know what? Fine, I'll take that.
Yeah.
As long as it's the same product. But it's that, when they start substituting for things that you didn't ask for, and you're like, no.
Yeah, that's not how shopping works.
No, that isn't how shopping works.
Yeah.
But here you go, so Tesco's do a delivery saver option.
Oh.
So for $7.99 per month, I mean, I guess you got to have a lot of shopping to kind of justify that cost. £7.99 a month. You can book a time slot up to 4 weeks in advance.
Oh.
And you get free delivery and collection if you spend £40 or more.
Right.
So even if you're paying this $7.99 a month subscription, you still have to pay for delivery if it's under £40. That's ridiculous.
Well, otherwise you could sit there and think, I fancy a bag of nuts.
True.
Get those bitches from Tesco to turn up with my nuts.
True, but well, I mean, the thing is, no, because that won't work because they don't do immediate delivery. It's not like Uber Eats or Deliveroo or something.
Oh yeah, it's basically
you have to book it in advance. It's usually like a few days. So you're not going to sit there and go, I fancy a bag of nuts on Wednesday. And
yeah. Well, this is the problem. I can't think that far ahead.
No.
You know. I can't. It's like going shopping at the best of times. If I go shopping to buy food, well, if I'm not hungry, I don't really. I'm not really in the mood for anything.
Yeah, I don't know what to buy because I'm not particularly hungry and I'm rubbish at meal planning.
Yeah.
But then when I do finally go shopping, I end up spending £200 on that shop because I've got nothing in the house because I've eaten it all. Yeah, but it's I mean, if you want something immediately for delivery, you go to Deliveroo and order it from Co-op. Yeah, and it turns up in a little 6-wheeled robot.
What?
So, what?
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 Where do you live in the future or something?
Clearly. Go on. Have you got the Deliveroo app? Go on Deliveroo.
No,
you can
I
just
don't.
go on the website. You can just go on their website, deliveroo.co.uk or whatever it is.
Right.
You can order groceries from Co-op and Sainsbury's, and I think Morrison's are now on there as well. And you can have them delivered like within half an hour.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. As a delivery driver, I've been to a number of grocery stores and picked up, and what is clearly a week's worth of shopping for some people.
Right.
And delivered it to them.
Yeah.
On the flip of it, though, I have been to Co-op sometimes and picked up, a pack of Rizzler rolling papers. Mate, and you realise exactly how lazy people really are.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so it's quite regularly, especially on a Friday or Saturday night, I'll get a job to go to a Co-op and pick up, I don't know, a 4-pack of beer and a pack of cigarettes. And I'm like, and the worst one is when it's literally like just around the corner, it's less than half a mile away, and I'm like, all you had to do was either get in your car and go there yourself, or if you're already drunk and you can't drive, half a mile, it's what, half an hour's walk? No, not half a mile is like 10 minutes walk. Just bloody walk. That's ridiculous. And there's maybe another argument for why I won't get supermarket deliveries, because I live a 5-minute walk away from a supermarket.
Yeah, hardly worth it, is it?
It's not worth the delivery cost.
Yeah. If you lived on the Isle of Skye, I'd get it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah. No, people... I've seen some incredible delivery requests as a delivery driver. Like somebody ordered a Pizza Hut pizza. And so you'd come out the store, you'd go across the main road, through an alleyway, and you're literally at this person's building.
Right.
But to drive there, you have to come out, drive down the road, flip around at a roundabout, come back, and then around a corner and go this really convoluted way to get there. And I'm like, it just would have been quicker if you ordered it and went and picked it up yourself. It just would have been faster. It baffles me. It really does. But hey, that's what I'm there for. I'm happy for people like that because they mean I get to make some money.
Well, yes, and it's one less person in a supermarket in a dressing gown.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Which has got to be a good thing.
Do you imagine going to a takeaway, having ordered it online, turning up in your pajamas just to collect your takeaway? I mean, I've never seen it happen myself. I'm pretty sure it would happen though.
I don't think I've ever left I don't think I've ever left the house in pajamas.
No, me neither.
There's never a reason for that.
No. I mean, the only time I've come close to doing something like that, I mean, I don't own pajamas, so I tend to kick around in, hoodie and sweatpants, is if I'm taking, my rubbish outside. Yeah. And to put it in the bin. But I'm outside for like less than 10 seconds. Whilst I go outside, put the rubbish in the bin, then go back inside.
I always do that naked.
Do you? Good work. Excellent work.
That was The Tuesday Show.
Get in touch with us. All the links are in the description. And until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.